Welcome back to the podcast. Since we started doing a podcast, one of the things that has always given me a hard time is like the introduction. Like that point stresses me out because it's always me doing the introduction all the time. Sometimes I have it planned in my head like a week before. I'm like, bro, when the podcast starts, this is what I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to do. Or when this guy presses record, bro, that shit just flies out of my head and then I'm stressed.
We should just get an intro.
Yeah, man, we should get an intro.
Or like write shit down. How about that?
Nah, man,
Or like a teleprompter.
can we afford that? We can't afford
That's
that.
very tight.
Anyways, I'm Christian.
I'm Vianney.
And this is the With Chat podcast. This is episode 2.
I forgot again.
And man, today we have a special guest. Today we have a special guest in our house. What? Mohenda wants me to say something. Yeah, man, we have Mohenda, Simon, Peter.
I am back.
Back.
He's a fresh guy.
I told this guy, one day if you wake up dead, just know it's me. Find yourself in hell or heaven, it's me who did that shit. So man, Mohenda, we're happy to have you back.
Thanks, man. Happy to be back.
Yeah, how have you been?
Kawa. Today we have a special guest.
Man, you guys, I'm the guy in charge. I'm in charge. Answer the question. How have you been?
I'm good.
How was the weekend?
It was long.
Man, there's a time Mohenda took me to a party. I actually took Mohenda to the party. So at that party, some things happened.
Guess who carried you back home?
You didn't carry me back. This guy lets up people steal money from my wallet.
We literally have, we have a guest.
We have a guest.
We have a guest and you're not introducing the guest.
No, I said we have a special guest.
Yeah, we have some unfinished business which I'll get back
Yeah,
to.
we shall get. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm the guest. My name is Jessie Ranakaja from Makere University and I go to School of Public Health. I am in year 2.
How was your weekend?
The weekend has been far gone, but it was amazing.
It was amazing.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, we recorded Thursday.
We recorded Thursday. That's why I hate Thursday, bro.
Because there's the weekend. Just ask me how the week was, man.
How was that?
How is the week?
The week was amazing. Thank you for asking.
Like anything special happened? Gabo wasn't special.
Not yet.
Gabo wasn't special.
It's the usual. Gabo happens every week.
Every Monday.
Yeah, we actually advertising for some reason, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's proceed.
Yeah. Vianney, how was your weekend, man?
My weekend?
Yeah.
My weekend was okay.
Yeah.
But my week has been very good because I've attended lectures.
Man,
Consistently.
You
I
have.
failed to attend lectures this
Consistent.
week, you guy.
Bro.
The alarm sounds at 6 and I give myself another 30 minutes.
You have an alarm.
The greatest addiction at campus is
Yeah.
chopping lectures. The minute you start, you cannot stop.
I don't think it's an addiction, man.
Mm.
It just happens, man.
I know somebody who just looks at his timetable.
Mm.
Oh, just opens his laptop and watches movies all day.
But you realize
At least he's smart. Otherwise,
lectures
Yeah,
make
it is.
lectures make the week long. Make the week look.
But yeah, there's something sensitive that has been going around of late.
Yeah.
And we really need to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's around the whole rape culture scene.
Yeah.
I mean, last semester was sexual harassment.
culture.
Yeah, it's rape culture.
Rape culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know it.
No, I know.
You know? So last semester, if you realize that at the end of the semester at
Yeah.
my career, there was all this sexual awareness jazz, and
Yeah.
you know, people didn't know why it was happening. People were just turning a blind eye to it and moving, and they put it everywhere.
Yeah, they put it everywhere.
But recently, something happened, and we're not going to talk about it because
Like there's a lot of people involved and we don't
Because
have
this
proof.
podcast does not approve rape.
and we also don't,
But like because there's a lot of information that we can't verify.
yeah, we don't deal with rumors
Yeah.
like that.
Also,
Yeah.
these are they're not facts.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
rumors.
They're not rumors.
I mean,
Are they opinions?
they're
Some of
not-
us
are.
of them are opinions. Some are rumors.
No,
I don't
feel
think
like-
they're opinions. I think they're accusations that we have not ascertained. You understand?
Yeah, and by us pointing those things out on the podcast, we kind
yeah,
of give them credibility, which we should not be
Yeah,
doing.
we should not be doing.
We should first find out what the truth is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also
That's what the
believe
news is for.
that's
Yeah.
what the news is for. Yeah, but we also believe that no one should ever be raped. No
Yeah.
one should have to go through sexual assault of any sort.
Yeah.
And today we're going to try and dive into it.
Yeah, now I'll take this part. Diving into it. Can I put my leg on the chair?
Let's go.
Yeah.
I can't even stand.
Alright. So, we're going to talk about sexual assault.
Yeah.
What is sexual assault and what is termed as sexual assault? Because we don't know. We don't like to read, and that's
Yeah.
the fact.
Yeah.
Anyway, sexual assault is a broad term. It covers very many activities that are considered unwanted or behavior done sexually without consent. Ladies and gentlemen, without consent.
Yeah.
What do you understand by without consent?
She has not allowed.
She was not allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are going to dive into what is considered as sexual assault and try to voice something, because if it's going on and you're mute, I don't know. So, rape.
That's self-explanatory.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Rape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like maybe you can
Hey.
dive into it a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rape is forcing any penetration without consent.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, without consent. And then we have attempted rape. What is attempted rape?
I try, but I don't succeed.
Yeah, you try but you don't.
That's attempted rape.
Yeah, you try,
Yeah.
but then because I don't know, you're just in luck when you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 3 we have forcing sexual acts,
Yeah.
and this is making someone perform or receive sexual acts against their will.
Yeah.
Making
Making
forcing,
someone perform
Yeah.
or receive
Against
Yeah.
their will.
against their will.
So on that one, like, if someone at first doesn't want, then later on, I
Against their will.
Yeah.
I don't know.
okay, continue.
And then we have sexual coercion. This is pressuring someone into sexual activity through intimidation, manipulation, and threats.
Yeah.
If you don't sleep with me, I'm going to tell the police. I'm going to
I know.
Release
make
your
you get
nudes.
fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going
When-
to release your nudes.
When I was reading criminal law last semester, because we dealt with rape
Yeah.
last semester, there are some peculiar cases in British jurisprudence where, for example, when you pressure someone into having sex with you and they finally have sex with you consensually, you can go to court and that can be determined as rape.
Yeah.
Or for example, there was this case of a university student. She was drunk from a party, so she's going back to her hostel, and she meets this security guard, and apparently she was too drunk, but they had sex. And when she was asked if she had given her consent, he said she had given her consent, but she couldn't because she was drunk. She was in a drunken state.
Oh my
She didn't remember if she had given consent, and that was held as rape.
Crazy.
So the jurisprudence around rape has evolved. Like, you might think it's just mere coercion, no, it's attempted, but the courts might interpret it as rape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we have drug or alcohol facilitated sexual assault. When someone is too intoxicated, unconscious, or otherwise incapacitated to give consent. That's what he said. That's what he meant. You come back drunk, and
You
you're going to
make
ask
them
me,
drunk.
are you sure?
Yeah.
But I'm drunk.
So you can be sure.
You can't be sure, and you're going to wake up and it ain't pretty. It's not pretty. Anyway, we have child sexual abuse.
Why are you looking at me?
We have child sexual abuse, and a child is 18 years and below,
Yeah.
for starters.
Yeah.
So whatever you think about when it comes to child and sexual abuse, I want you to relate to that.
Yeah, especially those guys that deal with 16, 15-year-old girls at campus, and then you're like, she consented.
Heck,
No.
be so for
They
you.
call them investments.
Investments
from
from the past. Guys, please don't do that.
Guys be acting sharp.
No, at first I thought it was all myths until,
Yeah.
like all stories, until, my room nowadays looks at the gate.
Yeah.
I see a guy, and he's walking around with a babe. Her hair is cut, she has just come back from school.
It could
So
be
scary.
his sister.
It's no.
We followed it up.
Oh, you followed it up.
Yeah, we followed it up. We hit him up. We're like, bro, we saw you coming in with a certain looking girl. How old is she? Are you related? But nah, that's my G. We have been talking for a while. That kind of. I'm not going to say everything he said, but guys, don't do that.
Just, man, people's children, people's daughters. as much as they're giving you consent, but then when you look at it, you realize that when your parents were actually guarding and keeping the gates up high for you, it was for a reason. Because there is no way you're going to get someone's daughter when she's 15 and then take her to your car and then you spread her legs with no remorse.
Okay.
And then you wonder when it happens to your daughter in the future, you wonder where you went wrong. Yet it was you.
These are like actual children.
Anyway.
They are children. Like you see her and you're like, that's a child.
Yeah, that's a child.
Then we have forced exposure, making someone show or look at private parts without consent.
Nudes.
That are nudes.
You know those guys that text babes and send certain pictures of themselves?
Yeah.
Guys, report them.
And in the long run, it actually leads to cyberbullying.
So, no, the minute he sends that, report him. Not to WhatsApp. Like, go to the police and tell them this guy is sending me his pictures.
But then there's this case where they're both young, underage.
They're both.
They're
What
both
does that
That's a
change?
different case.
If
That's
two
just
underage
fun.
people are sending each other nudes.
Just exchanging that shit.
No, here we're saying that I DM. Okay,
So
a girl.
how do you deal with two children sending each other that stuff?
Those guys need counseling.
Because there's that case of that British kid who went to Dubai with his parents for vacation. So he met another, because he was black and he met a white British girl and they had like sexual relations. He was like 17 and she was also 17. So him and his family, they fly back to the United Kingdom. I mean, the girl and her family fly back to the United Kingdom. This guy stays in Dubai. He's still in touch with the babe. So this babe's parents find out she's talking to this guy. And do you know what the mom does? The mom calls police in Dubai.
No.
Because in Dubai, if you're 17-year-old and you're having sex, it's illegal. So this guy goes to prison. They put
Just
him
like
in
that.
prison.
Just like that.
Yeah, the guy will always take the L. And as guys, leave these women alone. Guys.
And he was a kid, and he was kind of racist because the mom didn't implicate her daughter, but the guy went to prison for over a year.
Now, we may not have covered everything that we consider sexual assault, but we would like to thank each and everyone that has tried to create any minimal awareness about what has been going on. Because if someone comes and says, this person sexually assaulted me while I was still in high school, and now you're at uni, that's a whole different gap, you guys.
Yeah.
You've been silent.
Yeah.
And perhaps this person probably, has, what is it called? Political affiliations. And you cannot come and speak about it just like that. Or because these men assume to be so intelligent that they belittle your mindset.
Yeah.
It wasn't rape.
They're
Honestly, it
too
wasn't.
convincing,
Yeah.
honestly.
It wasn't. Man, look at it. Why did you come? Why did you come in the first place?
Also, apparently, in this very case, it's not the first time it had happened.
Yeah.
Not one
Yeah.
girl, not two.
Not one girl, not two. It wasn't the first time.
Yeah.
It wasn't in your camp.
Okay, but I feel like, yes, I'm not defending any guy out there
Yeah.
who might be doing these acts, but I feel like as women, you should also try and protect yourselves.
Yeah.
Like, do not come to my. Now, I'm not a rapist, but do not come to my room at 2 in the morning. Why are you laughing? This is not a laughing.
It's the fact that you have to reassure them, bro.
No, like,
No,
do not come to my room at 2 a.m. in the morning dressed in a very short dress. What? Like, you're kind of putting yourself in a difficult situation. I'm not saying what you wear determines whether you should get raped. I'm not saying, but if you stay in your room at that time
It
and
also
sleep,
determines the type of person you're going
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Well, they are simply telling you to actually just make good friends. As a lady, just have good friends that even if you go out, you have somewhere to
That'll
go back
take
to.
care of you.
And they are your friends. They are your girls.
But some of these friends now, like, there's a story going around of one girl who was with her friend, then they left her with the guy who raped her.
Yeah.
So
The
now,
thing is, even the girls are not. It's not like you're going to be safe with a fellow girl. Babes can mean to be bitches.
I know stories
They
that were
can,
not
but
put out
not
there.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know stories
exactly.
that were not put
And
out
then
Yeah.
we have this mindset of someone saying that it all comes about the way you're dressed. What do you guys think?
Nada.
It's not
Again,
about
Let's
Nada.
give your opinions on it.
my opinion is the
Yeah.
dressing thing.
Yeah.
Truth is, I have been. My friends recently took me to the club. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stepped in, girls were dressed in all sorts of ways.
Mm.
I didn't start saying, oh my god, I want to sleep with all these women. That was not the thought that entered.
Yeah.
Actually, if I look back at that night,
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even want to sleep with any of them.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
they were,
trying to have fun.
they were, yeah, we're
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're dressing.
And whoever said it's actually rape,
Yeah.
tell me why we're having a lot of rape cases in countries like in Asia, in the Muslim countries. You guys, it's actually getting renowned that people go for Umrah from here to go to Mecca, and then someone can get raped from there. Mind you, they're wearing hijabs and serious councils. They're telling us dressing.
Yeah.
And another thing you have to consider, it's not only the sexually attractive women that get raped.
Yeah.
Real.
Children get raped.
No.
Actually, guys are very weird. They even go for animals.
Even
So-
the less attractive ones. I'm not saying they're there. I'm just saying it's the type of people that we are. You get?
Yeah.
It's just what humans are.
It's just human eye, cause
Not ay. It has no gender. It has no
Yes,
gender.
because I
Whatever
feel like-
gender you are, you could be raped.
Yeah.
Like a man could rape a man.
I
Yeah?
could-
Or a woman could rape a man. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
It's
Nah,
crazy.
there's no boundaries to rape these days. Like
Yeah, man.
people rape
So-
animals.
People rape animals. So it's not about what you're wearing. It's not whether you're drunk or not. The alcohol hasn't affected you in any way. It's rapists cause rape.
Rapists rape.
Rapists rape. Because a friend recently, an acquaintance recently told me that you can look at a guy and you see how he looks at women and you just know that if this guy got the chance, he would rape these women. There's a way they just, no, like,
Man, that sounds so made up.
no, she actually validated it. She said, you walk into the room, the guy
Yeah.
looks you up and down, he's looking all over your body. Everywhere you go, he's staring at your bosom, at your behind. He's like literally undressing you with his eyes.
but you guys do that.
No, it's
Someone actually mentioned it on a podcast that I don't even remember the name, but then they actually say that when a man looks at you, the first thing they do, one of the first things they do in the period they've seen you is to actually undress you with their eyes.
I don't know.
That's a lie.
That
That's-
works
Maybe
on
my
his
head.
speech. Nah. I have a rape-free mind.
Are you
Yeah?
sure?
Yeah.
no, that's not even. She's
Yeah,
not saying
well, you-
rape. She's saying guys and
Oh, undressing. No, that's just for the speech part. It's just for fun.
what?
I
When you
don't.
give
I
speeches,
don't.
you undress people.
No, I'm just saying. You know that thing. Go sit
Oh.
down.
At the
end of the day,
Imagine everybody
it just needs
naked
you to-
like some shit. I'm not saying I do that.
To have some self-respect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we don't want to wish you bad. But for as long as you do these things consecutively and you're making people's daughters, yeah?
They have to be consecutive, really.
No, I'm saying if you do it
Yeah.
and then you have no remorse or you're doing nothing about, or basically you're renowned and because in Uganda our systems could not be as efficient, you know,
As efficient as
your
what?
daughter.
But someone also talked about that humanizing rape victims. I feel like, why are you telling us that it's someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's
They're
cousin?
humans. What do you mean
They're all
humans?
humans.
They're all humans, but these people are actually inhuman.
The guys are true. Yes, yes. It's very true. I agree. 'Cause
If we are human, I don't think a man that is over 50 years would come and park at the Moobs gate if they were human.
that's a whole different.
That's
Ah,
If you are
nah.
60 years,
That's
Nah.
I'm not
another
trying to
topic.
trap, but
That's a
That's a
different
different
Because now
topic.
we're going
approach
into
because they're adults
and
and this
girl has
babe knows what
consented.
she's doing.
Because
Yeah.
he's not.
When he rapes her, it's a different case.
That's a different case.
But like parking and then picking her up, taking her out.
He stands outside there with this big baby.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
sees
he would
him.
have some shame and would be like, "This, I can literally give birth to this child."
But no.
But
Yeah,
in that
but
generational
like-
relationships are not wrong. They,
Macron married his
Yeah,
teacher.
they
They're not wrong,
happen.
honestly.
Yeah.
Someone is
Alright.
And that's a
and like
conversation.
some girls be like, I no longer want to date someone
They
my
want
age.
older guys.
No, but
What?
you see the whole thing with rape. We sat
Yeah.
there and we're like, the reason, and I'm a virgin, but like, the reason guys look at the whole rape thing. why are you doing that?
You're branded, man.
Yeah, so guys look at the whole rape thing, and you know, sex is supposed to be like a point of intimacy. You're intimate with someone, you have certain emotions with them, you're both enjoying it, and that's what makes it better, yeah?
Yeah.
So now here, there's someone who's unconscious, someone who's fighting, someone who's crying, someone who is, they are not in the moment with you.
Yeah.
So it's likened to necrophilia, like you're literally having sex with a dead body.
You know that guy. What's that?
How
Wow.
Netflix.
how twisted do you have to be?
You know that Netflix
Blackbird.
documentary, not Blackbird.
Oh.
There's this guy who used to have sex with dead men. He was homosexual. He used to kill them, have sex with them, and eat their bodies. It was crazy.
That's a bit
Yeah.
more. But like, yeah, you've got
That's
it.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You've got it how man, you have to be heartless, and
It's
like
like
a certain part of your
necrophilia,
mind has to
actually.
be switched off for it.
And especially if she's
Yeah.
wasted. That's
If she's
necrophilia.
unconscious, she's just flat. Like,
She's
Yeah.
just flat.
Sometimes she can be laying flat, but then tears are just rolling out of her eyes. And
you cannot continue. Like, we sat there and we had that
That's
conversation.
just heartless. Like
Yeah.
And we couldn't
tears,
understand it.
and you keep on doing that shit.
Someone is literally pushing back on you. And you know the worst part? I know someone was raped, and I'm not going to share her whole story here because
Yeah.
she hasn't given me the permission to.
Mm.
But she said in the moment she froze. She, in order to not feel the pain, she had to switch off her mind. So she could see what was happening. She just couldn't feel anything.
Yeah. Actually, I have a friend who also, okay. Let's just say student A got raped by a friend when she was drunk. Student A woke up in the morning, tried to talk to the guy about it, and it's, oh man, it was in the moment, Student A gets pregnant.
Of course she does.
And then what
Student
happened?
A had to face the trauma of going to abort a child she didn't know that she was even going to get in the first place.
That's crazy.
So
There are so many different aspects.
it's
to it.
disgusting. It's
Yeah.
just disgusting and sad and wow.
Yeah.
And yeah, to the men out there, leave people's. I'm not human. I don't want to humanize people, but like leave people's daughters alone. Like, don't rape. There's no. If you cannot convince her to have, you wait and you get married.
Leave people's
People are
sons
celibate until
alone.
marriage.
And guys, give your lives to Jesus.
And to the women out there, leave people's sons alone.
Leave people's sons alone too. Because yeah.
That's true. Do not accept my food, my what, because some guys are twisted. They believe that they give you something
And
now
like,
they
I
are-
have to get
they have-
something in return.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now you've been accepting his food. You've been chilling with him. One day he jumps on you, and you're refusing. You should have refused everything from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
In other words, both ends need to just heal and be contented. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if you can heal from something like that.
No, like heal because you can't be doing like
You can't have it halfway.
you can't have it halfway. There is trauma that comes behind that
Yeah.
as you're coming. So I'm not telling the girl to heal from it. I'm telling the guy that as you're coming. I don't know. I felt to bring it out.
But I feel like the point of healing, like, okay, you've been raped, but you need to move on with life. You understand?
Not
So there's
exactly. That's what I meant.
yeah.
I'm saying that a man. Okay, I've actually felt to bring
Maybe
it out.
men should just act right as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do not go and jump on people's daughters.
But actually, it's inevitable to not say the thing of people's daughters.
It's hard. It's hard
It's really
because
inevitable. That's the only way we can touch a sensitive spot on you, for you to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
do not touch women. Okay.
But like also sometimes, yeah, women use this. Now we're talking about victimization.
Yes, true.
Yeah, women use some of their situations in order to like, I don't know. I'm just saying, women sometimes just know the situation they're in, yeah, and then start bringing up stories.
I feel like
Cloud chasing.
since I feel like since we're talking about rape, I don't think we should again talk about victimization because it waters down everything we've just talked about.
No, we have to touch both sides as well. I mean, some girls are probably going to bring people's names into this when these guys probably did not do these things, but
Yeah.
they want to say that, oh, Vianney touched me in a certain way, he did this and this.
Yeah, cause she knows her friends knew they were dating.
Yeah.
But
You know-
also, I was trying to do that kind
Yeah.
of cute thing where people like,
You've
So,
realized
yeah.
men have not. The men in my Snapchat stories have barely posted about the whole rape thing. They've been very quiet about it. It's very few, like one who will put it out there, because end of the day they don't know who's going to come out and say something about them,
Yeah.
and some of their friends have been attacked as well.
I feel like the people that were probably mentioned may not even be half of what is actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they increase the awareness, when they tell you that convincing is actually sexual assault, selling nudes without consent is actually sexual assault, those things, yeah? That's when they're actually able to reflect back and say, oh wait, I actually sent Jazeera something. Oh wait, I must have convinced Jazeera something back in the day. So it should if she's said enough, she can actually come out. So let me actually keep mute.
Yeah.
So that's why they are quiet. They're scared.
There is a chance that they are quiet. There is a very high chance that they are quiet because we are still seated on some things, and then sometimes as
Also,
much as there is,
most of us are still growing.
we are still growing, and that's I think blueprint is real. What do you guys think
Explain.
about blueprint?
Blueprint.
Where
explain.
sometimes whatever you do now can actually or post on social media or use your phone onto can actually follow you over time. It's like me becoming successful, then someone comes back and says, "Oh, Jazeera was A B C D E F G." You
Yeah,
get it?
I get
So
it.
yeah, blueprint is real, and the more things are just done and surfaced, I don't know. Think about it. Yeah.
I actually get that.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense as to why these guys are quiet. Because when you bring out more awareness about the whole sexual
I'll be
assault,
like,
I did know that was sex, but now I've actually done that before, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I have to.
let me actually
I have
let
to
you know,
lay it
because
down.
if the girl that I did it to there tries to actually come out, I will be.
I'll be out.
And I'll not be able to keep quiet. Like, you know, some guys have been fighting these allegations, but now if you know you actually did it,
The lawyered up, what?
and not leave that jazz. I mean, in the comment sections of some of these TikToks, you find a guy saying, "Man, I've never done such a thing." People are siding with him, saying he can never, he's always with us.
I know my boy.
Yeah, but then there are people who are, but there are people whose names appear, and people just start sending pictures, emojis. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
But
This is-
yeah, when they say I'm not surprised that it's him, so meaning that there was something you knew
Yeah.
now, because you know it's actually now also at fault because you're saying you're not surprised because your boy. That is Uganda for you.
Those are people for you.
Those are people for you.
This is this has been a sensitive topic, and I think we should move on to that.
or
And
what people should
next.
go after him."
Yeah. Once again, we condemn sexual assault.
Entirely.
As much as we condemn the devil.
As much as we condemn the devil.
That's
So now,
religion,
what do you
guys.
have to do if at all you have been assaulted?
You guys worship the devil.
No.
What
What
do
do
you
you have
do?
to do?
What to do when
Okay.
you've been assaulted?
What to do when you've been assaulted? We have ensure immediate safety, move to a safe place, penetrate and all those things. First, go to the nearest hospital, clinic, or health center. Mulago in Kampala and other regional referrals have specialized services for survivors of sexual assault. For starters,
You could be a pioneer.
yeah, someone bringing the Makere thing.
The Makere, I do not know the Makere thing, but another thing I know is if you have the confidence to speak about it and you want to report it, go there before you've showered, before you've changed anything before you've changed your clothes, because the evidence is all over you. That your body
Yeah.
is the crime scene.
Yeah.
So take your shit.
That was
That's deep.
smart.
We
Bro.
have to remove
Shit.
that shit. We have to remove it.
But yeah, your body is a crime scene. So go to the nearest police station, report what has happened. They will check you, and hopefully you'll be able to put someone in jail, which is a deterrent factor.
Okay, so at the hospital you can get emergency treatment for the injuries. You get the post-exposure prophylaxis. This prevents HIV and it must be taken within 72 hours. Then we have the emergency contraception. This one prevents you from pregnancy. And then we have treatment for other sexually transmitted diseases. That's why they'll just check you to confirm if you've got any. And if you have, you're given immediate treatment. And then we have the forensic evidence, as he has said, that do not go when you've showered. Show up. Just show up. Then there is obviously the reporting. Yeah, you report at the police. Get support for the trauma. Usually when Makere has a unit for the sexual assault, has a sexual assaulting condemnation unit. And this one has a ton of counselors, first and foremost, to help you navigate your trauma. That's the first thing. And two, it does have all the tablets, all the medication we've talked about. So it's basically you trying to help the university to help you again. Yeah. So
And if it's a student, like report that guy, because
yeah, report the guy if he's a student.
actually report anyone who does it, but especially if it's a student, because now if you leave such a guy with your peers, I mean, campus is where we are dealing with the most females and males in our life, most likely interacting with them. So if you leave him, he's probably going to do that to someone else and to someone else and to another person, and he'll come back when he's old and he'll be the 50-year-old guy who passes GLE
And rips people.
and so kill the whole cycle. I know someone who did it last semester. Shout out to her. I can't say her name, but she put a guy into she
Can you
reported him.
mention this girl? Is it Andrina? Do you guys know Andrina?
No, I don't know.
Well, Andrina has created like a lot of awareness regarding sexual assault using her Snapchat page. I would wish that she uses other platforms too, because it was too broad that she actually reached out to police, reached out to some of these schools, you know. For example, if I told the person that was assaulted, let's say it was like in, let's say, any school
Yeah.
should usually use a chance to actually reach out to the head teacher or anyone. So I was basically creating a ton of awareness, and she actually mentioned that if you're quiet about the situation, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's shame that comes with it when you. Okay, for some girls, there's believe that some shame comes with it, like
Stigma.
Yeah, and she has actually allowed people she has used her platform to let people know that they can tell their stories. We've had something like 3 stories from her page.
Mhm.
So Angelina, shout out to you. We
Yeah.
see your work. Yeah.
and we
So
appreciate.
I think we should move on.
I think we should move on to another sensitive topic. So, a few hours ago, Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck. Now, Charlie Kirk is a controversial figure because while very many people believe he's an advocate for free speech, a lot of times he has used this platform, for example, to what can I say, like to praise the police for over-policing black neighborhoods. So, Charlie Kirk died last night, and I think it's important for us to talk about that.
Should we say his show should rest in like peace? Or?
Yeah, his soul should rest
Make
in
his soul
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we introduce him when he was born? Biography and
You
shit.
can speak about it.
We
Like,
could.
No, I don't have.
And, we could, but yeah,
Let's leave some for his family.
yeah, Charlie Kirk is like what can I say, like he was such a
controversial figure.
he was a controversial figure, but like he was also kind of a peculiar figure. Because for him, one of the reasons they told him a lot of men in the Western world are depressed, and the solution for depression to him was marriage.
Get it?
Yeah, he believed like the only way for men in the Western world to be happy was through marriage.
I know it kind of gives off Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Aside from the racism and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a lot to say about Charlie Clark.
I mean,
Charlie-
I haven't
Charlie
found out
Kirk.
about him today
Sorry.
morning.
No, he has debates with kids in Cambridge. Okay,
Yeah.
you also said Oxford.
Yeah, he did Oxford. I had Cambridge, they challenged him.
Yeah, they actually challenged him, and I look at it. But when I look at it now, I see some of the controversial stuff he said. He shouldn't have said it, but
Yeah.
he did. And I cannot condemn him when he's gone, because I should have done that when he was alive.
Yeah.
All I can say is no one deserves to die like that. No one deserves to be shot in the neck. Everyone deserves their life. We all have a right to life.
We have a right to life.
But how do you guys feel about when certain controversial people die and people celebrate their death? How do you guys feel about that?
I'm not happy.
Well, I just pray that it didn't be me.
I feel like somebody recently died.
Oh,
Some controversial person. I feel like somebody recently
because
died.
when Charlie Kirk died, guys were posting on Twitter that he's with Lucifer now in hell and stuff like that, and it seemed funny, but I don't think I don't think it's cool to celebrate anyone's death, because death is inevitable. We're all going to die at some point.
Yeah, I mean, life leads to death, but still, at the end of the day, we should never celebrate someone passing on.
But then the thing is, according to the demographics,
Mm.
in the States, its life expectancy is really high.
Yeah.
But then the only reason as to why their life expectancy actually reduced to really low and it's no longer considered as the countries that have a higher life expectancy is because of the guns.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Charlie Kirk is
Creating awareness for.
he's a conservative, and he's one of the guys who believes in people owning guns. So it's always crazy to see guys like Donald Trump, Charlie Kirk getting shot at.
Mm.
It's crazy because they believe people should own guns, and the reason why they believe people should own guns is because in the American Constitution, the Americans believe that the only way you can hold a government accountable, because governments over a long period of time they become very powerful.
Yeah.
So the Americans believe that the only way of holding a government accountable is by having a civilian militia. You guys remember that time when the Americans,
Capitol Hill.
yeah, Capitol Hill,
Yeah.
January 6th, they tried to take over the government.
Do you guys believe people should own guns?
Yes.
You believe people should own
I
guns?
do believe people should own guns.
I don't
believe
think
so.
people should own guns.
For your protection.
For your own protection.
If you look at the United States of America, if you look at Uganda, people don't own guns. And this country is, people die, but the level of violence how violent people can get in Uganda is
It's going to
limited
get
by
worse before it gets better. It's going to get worse before it gets
Do you know Japanese? Do you know in Japan,
Mhm.
the Japanese mafia, like they are criminals. They don't believe in owning gun.
Yeah.
They use swords. And the reason why they believe they use swords
Because they know Kung Fu.
No!
Honestly.
No!
That's
not
ninjas.
Kung Fu.
Yeah.
The reason why the Japanese mafia does not use guns is because they have looked at societies like, for example, America.
Ninjas.
America.
They
Now.
don't believe in that shit.
They've looked at America and they've looked at how destructive guns can get. Because do you know how many people you can kill with a gun versus how many people you can kill with a sword?
Yeah, but like, what if the other person also has a gun?
When I imagine I had a gun and you had a gun,
Imagine I had a gun.
and you come late for the pod, I shoot you.
Well, I feel like as much as they tell people to have guns, they should also, I don't know, is it awareness? Is it mentorship?
They have done all
They've
that.
done all that stuff.
So
and
if it's
it
that,
Yo, guys have guns that are used
Okay,
in battle, guns.
but you guys agree that people like shop owners or like supermarket owners, yeah, not the security guards.
Mm.
I mean like the actual cashiers that
Yeah.
need guns.
Let me ask you, Mohende, if you live in a society where your people have never required guns, why would you give them guns?
Cause like,
No,
but people still die, do they not?
people still die, but
From like,
From being shot still.
not just being shot.
Mm.
Like imagine you've just come from I'm not even going to say bar.
yeah,
You've just finished watching a movie at 12 midnight.
yeah.
You're walking through that car, Metroplex place. And some
yo, that's really scary.
That's really
So
scary.
we must agree. Why should they put lights, by the way? Are there lights?
Which one do you
Like
mean
it
that
gets
can't
darker
be one?
every
That's
time.
all of them in that Nadia estate.
Bro,
All of
Wait,
them.
there's a boy of mine, he was from watching a movie with his
Yeah.
girlfriend. He slapped him.
With his gun.
Why are you laughing?
He-
Hey, bro.
No, like we
But
were
no, it's funny.
like they asked him for his phone. He was still debating whether to give them the phone.
He's stupid.
Yeah, he was debating because they remind him those Minnesota gang asked him give us your phone. He was still debating. They slapped him
You just let go of it willingly.
and they took it away from him.
I can leave the babe there.
See,
And
that's
run.
the thing. No, first, look at this. At that very instant,
Mm.
those thieves had like a lot of opportunity because I
it was
understand.
dark.
Yeah.
Was it driving?
No, they were walking.
They don't get you ready.
Oh,
Right?
Catch what happened? What had happened to Akasha? Going that far, you're
It's-
meant to.
No,
cheap.
there could have been a chambo, but it's cheaper. Do you know a 2K judge?
Metroplex is what, 12K? The movie.
Yeah.
Anytime, any day, not things of what.
I think it's like
charges.
15 on the
Nah.
more expensive days.
Oh,
On a
God.
Sunday, it's 12K. A
Yes.
Sunday, Metroplex
12K.
is cheap.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, maybe they were on a budget. It might not even have been a date. It might have been like.
I'm just with my home
What
girl.
time
what
was
it-
it?
I don't
It
remember,
must have been-
but you
I
got
think it was
slapped.
9.
Yeah,
That's a bit 9.
slapped
Still
him.
early.
But
That's
that
too early.
reminds because I watched a movie with my boys.
Yeah.
Then time comes to leave. I see them. They're walking up they're climbing up the hill.
Yeah,
So
that's the best part.
I'm like, bro, what's up
Climbing
with
the
the?
car.
Yeah, that can go until like Northern Bypass.
But then the truth is another bypass is actually also.
But there'll be a judge guy. You'll stop him and jump and go.
Auntie, he's the one that will steal you. The exact judge guy that you've stopped is the one that will actually show you
Yeah.
what Kampala is. Usually, when you're coming, when it's dark, it's really not advisable for you to use Northern Bypass. Why? Because sometimes you can actually find serious roadblocks that you can't
Really?
pass at.
I've never found a roadblock.
I've never-
No, you'll find them because me as a thief, I want to actually stop your
Oh
car.
yeah,
No.
serious. Yeah, that's crazy.
I
Yeah.
can reverse.
I've seen that shit in Vampire,
Yeah.
My bad there.
Vampire Diaries. Then
But actually,
growing up as kids, they used to tell us Mumavira Forest,
I'm a road,
There's a
they had
cowboy
roadblocks.
stove.
They had roadblocks.
they used to
and they
have-
touch you, bro.
But
There's a story where they stopped a taxi. I told everyone,
Turn
get undressed. They drive everyone. So you take off your clothes, everything,
Yeah.
put them there, then told the driver, naked, to drive these guys out. And I drove out.
that means they've left you with no phone, no mails, no nothing.
No, I feel
Just-
like those guys weren't even about the stealing, because they could have taken a taxi.
No, the reason why
Those
they
guys
told
must have
the reason
been
why they told the
malicious.
guys
Right.
to take off their clothes, they didn't want the guys to hide money somewhere. So they told them to take off everything.
And you know they can tell you to do that when they tell you get out. So that when you get out, you leave everything on the
One by one.
Oh my god.
That's great. So that's why I feel like people need guns.
People do need guns.
People need guns.
There's always been crime.
Of
but
course,
like,
there will be this crime of I've grabbed the judge. They have left me somewhere in like a dark area. A guy pulls out his Glock. You might have left your gun
then we
at home.
talk.
And like, or like you left it in your sock drawer or some shit.
Yeah.
The guy has his
What about you guys? Just imagine the
But aren't we allowed
guy's
to own
own
guns in
gun.
Uganda? I thought we were
No.
allowed to.
No, you
We
have to
got-
have
we
what
are-
training.
I think.
What?
Yeah, I don't think you need to have like a license.
Yeah, you can get the license.
Like, one of the reasons why Ugandans can't own guns is because it's expensive to own a gun.
It's supposed to be expensive, so that not everyone does.
In America, it's not expensive to
And
own
that's
a
why
gun.
You can usually go to a shop and say, I want this one.
I want
Yeah,
As long as you're
Do you have
above,
a
is it
permit?
2018?
yeah.
It's
You just show your
actually
ID.
18.
I know.
And show your ID and you buy.
Yeah.
Because they may registered in the first place, so really, it's easy to track them.
And what's crazier is after Charlie Kirk was killed, there was another shooting at a high school in America. I've forgotten the
Is
state.
it?
You see?
Recent was
It was today. Like because I was following the information.
Yeah.
I didn't affiliate with him, but his information.
Dude, that shit will always
Yeah,
be
do you
there.
remember
Shootings.
even one happening like a little school, not even high school,
Iowa.
middle school.
In Iowa.
Yeah. And parents were literally coming to the school running and shouting for their
Now you want guys to own guns in Uganda.
You
Jeez.
guys
I
do
think
want
I get
guns in
pissed
Uganda.
and
We were outside.
No,
What
not
I
the
did
mentally ill.
because teachers can get
Ah,
you
pissed.
shoot
Not
the
the
book
mentally
both
ill.
No, we were
Bro.
actually outside Thorns. This guy comes, you know, I'm not being tribalist, but there's Western guys that come with a massive cars and you know they want to knock everyone.
Yeah.
He almost knocks our boy business here.
Mm.
This guy parks his car, looks at us. He's like, you know, I can shoot you.
Oh.
We're like, what? He pulled out like everyone. Just he entered, then we came back.
Okay, just imagine
Do
Leboti.
you know attention
Leboti.
seeking?
What do you mean attention?
Mhm.
Attention seeking with a gun in your face.
No.
Nada.
No, not us, but him. Because
No, the guy was
it's not
pissed.
the point to actually come and say, oh my god.
No,
The reason he pulled out his
Chill
gun
out.
is
This
no.
is Uganda, bro. Nothing is that serious, and you can. The bar is full of Gen Zs. Those guys don't take anything serious.
The reason why that guy
Just
pulled
scare
out the gun
us.
is because he was serious.
He was
He wasn't
he was
just
serious.
he wasn't
Your boy
some-
abused him.
No, my boy first, like he almost took my boy abused
Eh.
him. He's like, you know, I can shoot you.
Yeah.
My boy is like, shoot me.
He pulls out a gun. And that's how the guys be in the hood. Guys pull out a gun.
Yeah.
In your
They
head.
pulled out a
Direct.
You know Leboti, the guy who fired bullets.
Apparently that was the son
I
of
just
the
imagine
owner.
a guy goes to Leboti.
I mean,
He wants rubs. A guy wants
Apparently why
rubs.
it was the son of
At
the
Leboti.
owner. Nada.
And the guy pulls out his gun like, give me rubs.
You know, guys hold
Just
their
give me
phones.
money, I'll pay.
The guy pulls out this guy, give me rubs. This guy is being serious. You guys are here playing guns.
You know how guys hold their phones with like guns on their phones. Someone's like, this guy is like, This is stressful.
But you know what, sometimes just I've just thought of this shit.
Yeah.
Some people are just mentally ill, yeah?
Telling you.
Mm.
Yeah. Like, first of all,
Mm.
how do you be on a babe move give me rubs or
Eh,
shoot you?
Guys are
First
crazy.
chill, that's what even the worst part. The babe can even be turned on by that shit.
By what?
Does she have to? My point is, I want to get the rubs, so you either give them to me. Hello, give me that shit.
But like, I'm not saying give guns to the mentally ill.
Um,
But teacher has, you guys are refused to hand in your work.
Remember, we had a guy in show called Kadu. Man, that guy was crazy.
Kadu was a jokes guy.
That guy came just for writing love letters.
What do you mean he's mentally ill? Because I have my boy who went to the army after high school, but if I ever see him, I cannot. Like, those are the guys who will actually shoot you for fun.
Yeah,
Like,
that's actually.
No, those are the
why
people
we
they
see on the
need.
news that these people actually their security guards shoot them. You heard of that story?
Of that
Actually,
minister
two
who
stories.
was
The
killed.
minister and then the rich guy that was a money lender.
No, that's what
in
makes a
Kampala.
good army person, like a good
You
soldier.
don't give me money,
Sometimes,
I give you yours.
Sometimes you need to what?
no, that guy was just.
no,
fuck
that's
that
different.
guy.
I mean, this guy will pull out
Fuck
his
that
gun.
guy.
Both of them.
That guy came back for the Indian guy and shot him again. What's that Indian?
Yeah, it was an
He
Indian.
went out
Yo.
cold.
Eh, the
Yeah.
bank robber?
Yeah.
The bank
Yeah.
rob.
He went out cold and made sure his guy was dead.
Yo.
Now, then also the minister.
The minister.
As a minister, you've
She
no
died.
one, because all he wanted was money.
Mm.
Yeah.
all he wanted was money. He came and asked the guy because, man, I don't know. I don't want to say anything's going to be used against me. But what I remember the story was this police guy, you know, it's like you being my bodyguard and then you have personal issues. Your children are not going to school, you know, or man, the child is not going to school because
apparently the minister had millions in the house.
And no, that day it was the National Labor Day.
Yeah.
So they had, basically, you know how you can collect money from those things. So I feel like the bodyguard was even among the carriers that carried the bags of the money into the car.
Yeah.
And then because I see that you have money, I come and tell you, oh, I think you should help me with some money because I want to help out home.
Yeah.
And you said no. And I was already depressed. They just
shoot that guy.
Give you a shit.
Guys, there's something I really need to find out. Why are so many of our youth going for presidential elections? I'm actually
because it's open. Because it's open.
Because it's open and it's free.
Is there money you get?
No, but you pay. Don't you pay to like
to
get
put
nominated?
form.
You pay
I don't
20
think.
million.
I feel like you pay when you're returning because the rate at which people are actually going is scary. People are doing
when you're returning the form.
I think so. I'm not sure.
But then you also get 70 million.
Is it 70 or 200?
So, I don't know.
For like to fund your campaign.
Yeah. It's you need to get that
But
money.
there's
to
something
be
weird
right
about
now.
it.
Actually, the nomination form, as far as I know, is you have your will to go, so you drive to electoral commission, you pick the nomination form, but then the nomination form is supposed to have signatures from different sides of the country. That's the north, east, west, and central. They're supposed to approve of you. I think that the district guys or the LCs,
Okay.
because they're supposed to accept to show that how known you are as a president that wants to come in for presidency.
Yeah.
Supposed to get signatures all the way from the north. You're supposed to get an opolot, and you get a rukoshemera, you know, to all just fill your form. Then I think when you're returning is when because we've seen that these people have picked their forms. There are many, but I don't know. Has the returning started yet? Or they still have their time?
They have not yet returning.
They'll return their forms.
But if you're a youth and you're going for presidency,
Remember this guy Katumba?
Katumba Amala.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Katumba, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back.
That guy should come back. I need some drama next year.
It's a now speaking about how.
But it's Magezi who's going to have all that drama.
Yeah, speaking about how Gen Zs are coming, have you guys heard about the Nepal protest?
Yeah, where they
Gen
burnt the presidential palace. Man, guys out there are crazy.
Gen Zs are doing something.
Like the ones in Uganda.
We see you. We see
The ones in Uganda are doing other things.
Gen Zs are doing something. Well, recently I made a video and I said that we're not doing anything yet only because I feel like we felt powerless.
Yeah.
We really did feel powerless. And that's when I brought in the point of I feel like our power is on the internet because a lot can be achieved over the internet.
Sure.
A lot can be done.
Yeah.
Whenever I go for whenever like you interact with these old people, all they can tell you is use your phone, use your internet, use your phone, use your internet. So the Gen Zs may have been unaware of these things, but the more we are going to translate them into Gen Z language, is the more you're going to have a lot of awareness being done. And then I say that, what if the first step towards us, the Gen Zs, doing activities like those, is that entire incident of
Nepal.
not Nepal, in Uganda, this one that happened, the sexual assault.
Yeah.
You know how everyone was just trying to create awareness about it, fighting it and condemning it, and people actually now know that, when I convinced a girl when she initially said no, it could be sexual assault, but then the person didn't know. Then I say, what if that's just a first step? What if we can actually create a lot of awareness about so many things?
Yeah, because people have platforms.
But
People now have platforms.
it's
This is a platform.
That is
in fact.
creating awareness and then finally winning, like getting some changes across.
We can win, but I feel like you see those incidents in Nepal, in Kenya.
Yeah.
The police don't shoot back.
Yeah, the police has
They
they killed people the other time.
When?
With rubber
They
bullets.
killed
With rubber bullets.
They killed people in Kenya that during the first
In
protest
Uganda,
and even the
they
second
shoot
protest.
live bullets.
But then-
They shoot live bullets.
You know those guys when they're like over 20 million, but then you can get something like 2-3 deaths or 20
Yeah.
over 20 million.
In Uganda,
That's
in 100 people, you're getting 20 deaths. So
You give us ours, we go.
So
Anyway,
I feel like it's so different. I mean, in Kenya,
But
like-
Ugandans don't resort to bullets real quick. They first
The
do
police.
normal things. They
Right
first
now,
throw
the
some
water
Nepal-
tank.
Yeah.
water
they did the
tank.
same thing. In Nepal, they're using rubber bullets. They're using the water shootings. Then they're using obviously threats and police.
Yeah.
But these guys, Gen Zs, they're having the audacity to get a TikTok and you're the officer for crying out loud, and I'm making a TikTok of who was interested
Yeah.
first? And then we point at you and then who said I love you first?
Who is the most?
Who is the most? Who is more protective? And then that's how we may seem to not take things serious, but the truth is, it's when we stand. I don't know if you know the story behind it, of how it happened. Now, how it happened was the government of India receives more than 19 cases about the abuse of the internet.
Yeah.
So the government says, you know what, you guys, let's switch this shit off. They shut down the internet. By that I mean all the social media platforms, you know, Facebook, LinkedIn. Can you imagine even LinkedIn?
LinkedIn was shut
They're
down.
all shut down. All of them. Hello, exactly. So when they're all shut down, yeah, you know, we are the Gen Zs. In the long run, I can use VPN. So these guys actually were stuck. They were, why would you switch off the internet just because of your personal issues of that you're failing to address? That's the first thing. And then two, when they did this, pictures were surfacing of the lack of the government's children, the nipple babies, of how one had a serious Christmas tree of last year of Louis Vuitton, Dior, but it's a Christmas tree. You guys, can you imagine the luxury behind
Yeah,
it?
we're imagining.
Christmas tree.
Yeah, they were showing that the nipple babies behind this government are actually benefiting a lot, and they're in countries like obviously the States, you know, they're in Canada. And then when they're seeing all this, they decided to arrange this protest. They arranged it how? By using VPN and connecting themselves on you know when you use VPN, that's TikTok. They connected themselves through different apps, and then they said, we are ready. Then they made this statement of shut down corruption, not the internet. Then they stood.
I feel like
Then they headed.
when they switched off our internet, guys just slept.
Exactly. Us, we just slept, went back to school. You know, we honestly just used to get information about all those things on what? NBS. Yeah, so they stood up and they did a big one.
But guys, even I'm going to lead you guys to the streets. But not for. You'll see it. Don't
Man, do you remember the original concept for the podcast?
What was the original concept? I don't remember.
So originally we were supposed to come here every week and talk about all the things that have pissed us off throughout the week.
For real?
Yeah. At the time
With chap.
With Chap. We are pissed.
And you're here addressing global issues.
Yeah.
Have you chopped? Are you chopped? Have you chopped?
We're trained.
We had Chap at the start,
Yeah,
but
but like
Yeah, you just have to loosen up. But what I'm saying is, we are standing up and we are saying visible things. And just because we as the Gen Zs, let's say in Uganda, are mute, does not mean that we don't see what you're doing. It does not mean that we don't read the articles or the lies that are possibly there in the news, you know? So, we may not come to pride ourselves at the parliament or burn it down because we know that something like 100 of us may die. There is just something else that will just come out. Because,
But also cause people will die.
and I'm saying that obviously if we march to the parliament, 100 of us may go. On spot, we just dip. They ban us.
Some of you will be target practice.
Exactly.
this guy has never shot a gun.
Yeah.
Bro, he's like,
Let's give me a
Jazira's
try.
head looks sorry.
Take the small one.
It's the small one. 10K on her. If I get it. But bro, I feel like also the way they train our military and our police is different from these other guys.
Oh yeah.
We've ever, like, we're coming from northern Uganda. We had an event in northern Uganda.
Yeah.
So we're coming back, and it's late in the night. The guy driving us was claiming to be a police guy. He wasn't at the end of the night. Found out the hard way. But now we are in this drone-like thing, and we begin to overtake. Before all that.
Because he's a police guy.
Yeah, on all the roadblocks, he'll tell people, kuna chase or what. And they're like, this guy is ours. We met the actual police guys. We didn't even meet the police guys.
It was your time.
It was our time. But these guys were violent. And they told us they had just come from training.
Yeah.
And everyone was telling us when they're from training, you don't even look at him because the guy is literally, they pushed the van
They
off the
basically
road.
told
No, go.
They literally almost carried them. But actually they first carried it, Chira, then they
No,
left
how?
it, then they pushed it.
I'm doubting.
About what? About them carrying a bag.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, they first then they realized, man, easy, they started pushing it. They pulled these guys, though they were about to open it, it was locked.
Yeah.
Apparently they wanted to get the key and go with it and leave us with our van there. And then eventually some police guy comes. Now this is the army guy.
Yeah.
So a police guy comes, he's like, come up. Okay, man, I remember.
Katoka.
Hakuna mchezo. Kama mbaya.
Nice police guy stays at the side of the road with us, and apparently he was boys with this other nigga. But this guy is not a police guy, and that's how we survived that whole scandal. But it was tight. Guys were pissed and bold, like bold head, and he's angry. He wants to
I think he'd be
so
having
black.
scars in their bold nuts.
Yeah. But they actually like surrounded the van first, like shaking you inside. Then they began pushing it, and we eventually.
How are you feeling? Were you like?
And I was at the back with my boy from Burundi. We were just like, man, they start slapping guys. We at the back. Bro, it was a tight one.
Dude, I understand that part. That kind of adrenaline that goes through your body when like you've been caught by like the police.
The actual police, not our boy, but
yeah,
actually.
it just feels like shut your mouth,
But
bro.
then I feel like as we are growing, we're going to need these kinds of networks. We are going to need you as the army guy to actually be our guy.
But you know we are supposed to talk to policemen like normal people. You know that.
I know.
But in Uganda, we
why do they
try.
refuse to actually be talked to like that? For some reason,
Because they will slap you.
they also refuse to be talked to normally.
They will slap you.
But
They
in
want
Uganda
this
they
kind of
try.
like.
And Uganda, they try.
The traffic
No.
ones try.
In Uganda, we
the
try.
traffic ones try.
Mind I go and talk to a white policeman in America. I mean, try. Try. In
How?
Uganda, we try.
Mm.
In Uganda, they try.
But no, traffic knows you're going to give them money.
Yeah.
Like
No,
this.
I want him to like. What do you mean? I talk to a white policeman. In?
Like, at least in Uganda, they'll try to talk to you. In America, they'll shoot you dead.
Not in
Nada.
Wallah.
What about all these protests?
I'm telling you, in Uganda, at least we have like a relationship with the police, some weird relationship.
A
In Africa,
Ugandan also knows that when he shoots you down, he's not going to be charged with stuff like racism. You
but
get?
still,
Because he knows you're like, he can always say something like,
how many Ugandan policemen have shot people
not
dead?
even policemen.
On
not
some
even-
weird shit like
I mean like
traffic.
this SFC, not SFC.
Traffic, you're going to give
I mean
them
these guys
five,
will be
yeah.
like
Yeah,
in
they go-
convoys,
Days.
like clearing
Oh my
traffic,
God.
those motherfuckers. Those guys clearing
But that's not
traffic.
police.
Have you ever met the guys that the president travels with, like the ones that come before him?
Nah, those ones you don't
They
fuck
stop
with.
you're sure the president is like an hour away.
Yeah.
And the judge guy tries to cross. The time I saw that guy, they slapped him.
They slapped
They
him.
slapped him off his judge. The judge went that side, you feel that side. Bro.
They can't even take the judge afterwards.
They take it. They didn't take it. They just
Taking
put it
the
aside on
judge is the
road.
least of your worries. Those boys will beat you.
Do you guys remember this guy that was shot at this Wampeo Avenue when the same thing happened? They tried to tell him to like push to the side, you know.
Yeah, I
Don't
remember.
come.
Yeah.
He was in a truck. But it was towards Christmas. I don't remember. It
Yeah,
was
it's
on the news.
Christmas time.
The guy was shot because he had said no.
You
You go. You
don't
go.
say no.
Manange, you go.
And you think they could have arrested that guy? He's probably at a pork joint right now
He
on a Thursday.
The guy that's the one that shot
The one
Yeah,
that
okay,
shot.
he was fired. Do
Was
you guys
fired?
assume he was fired? Do you guys think he was
No,
fired?
No.
Even
I
if
don't
they
think
fire
so.
them, normally they have contingencies for them.
But a lot of times those guys
Those
have
guys
they're
go
wrapped
go
up.
into a different field of
Units,
police. Like
yeah.
they could go into like that.
They could be the ones at Parliament's gate.
Exactly.
So you go there, you find some guy, you're like, but you look familiar. And he shot someone and you saw him on
He
the
has a
news.
body count of 5 women, and I don't mean.
What you got? Oh,
Okay,
what?
5 men. That's worse. But I mean, guy has killed like 5 people.
Yeah, he has killed him.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you see, the same way Nepal had its, you know, its tipping point. There's always a breaking point. Remember that stuff of elastic limits? I was not so good in physics, but I loved that.
I
That
used
whole
to fail
thing.
physics.
I
So-
was.
I mean, you can't pull no more.
You're
When
good
it
in
can't,
physics.
like you
Can't
did
go
physics
no
at
more.
A
yes,
level.
you have
Can't
reached your
jump.
Did you
breaking
pass?
point.
I passed.
I don't think so.
I passed.
You
Hey.
guys, Marius used to give me 33 every exam.
It's tight.
Every physics.
You're just bad at it.
But yeah, we are going to reach a point where Uganda's youth are like, nah, we can't take this shit no more.
Let me wait.
We
I
actually-
Okay,
What
yeah.
I need as a youth that's going to be rich.
To
I
be
need-
rich.
Yeah. I need friends everywhere. If you're out there and you're in the army,
Yeah.
contact
Reach
me
out.
because I'm going to be rich. If
Yeah.
you're there and you're working in aviation, please let me reach out to you. If you're there and you're the future
This is
engineers that we're
advantage.
going to need,
And aviation budget, the president of Uganda aviation some shit.
yeah. So
Civil aviation.
the lady,
Yeah.
She's still.
she's still. No
No,
comment.
isn't that Uganda Airlines?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna.
The CEO. She's the CEO.
She's still the
director, executive director.
You're serious?
I'm also asking.
But
But
I
yeah,
don't know.
there's no news that has come out that she has been sacked because she still is the one
So she's still getting 80 million a month.
Yeah.
Or they cut it.
with allowances. Allowances can actually be something like 30. So if it's 80 plus 30,
And the taxes?
It's tight.
We don't know. We don't know.
Okay, you count the 30 as taxes. Even if you count the 30 on the 80, it's still 50 million.
It's still 50.
50 is so low for such a position.
Did you guys watch the Apple live stream? For
Yeah.
the iPhone 17?
Man, you guys, no. I saw that shit, you guys.
Pressure.
That shit looks like.
Pressure.
That shit looks amazing.
But you know
But
that
like, we've
what,
already got the feel from Google Pixel.
No,
So
but
it's
you-
nothing big. The Google Pixel is the perfect phone. Yeah.
but you guys, the following day thingy, Samsung
Attacked them.
was attacking.
Nah, that's
Telling them that
tech
what when you
brain.
open it is.
No, it's those Instagram guys, those TikTok guys who start making videos.
No,
Yeah, but
Samsung actually
It
called
was
them
their
out.
real
What did
account.
they say?
Hit us up when your phone can actually fold.
Yeah,
Then they posted they announced the fold in
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
And they reposted it and commented on it in 2025.
cause the argument is like that there is nothing new, like there's no new
Yeah.
hardware in the new iPhone.
When
There's
the
no
hype,
gas,
when the
right?
hype doesn't match the product.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
just the
match.
A19 chip, really.
Samsung actually called them out so much.
Yeah, they called them out.
This is cutting off two cameras, like recording
Eh,
two videos at the same
yeah.
time. Samsung did that like 20.
translating. Samsung put sleeping emoji next to that. Like, oh, I've been doing that since when?
And you guys, do you know that these guys have not actually innovated, and just because they're a big brand company,
Yeah.
people are still buying their product.
So, you wanna
But
go-
Samsung is trying to
Yeah.
innovate.
That's when I read a book, and then it was like branding how some companies see themselves.
Yeah.
Now, if you're to say KFC, as much as you know it's junk, but it can be branded as it gives you crunchy fries. You know?
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
if at all you know you want crunchy fries, you can actually you go to that. But then they branded Apple as just a luxury, something you may not need. But because you have an iPhone, because you have AirPods that are the latest,
Yeah.
you're actually regarded as someone that's just moving with luxury. So
The best thing about Apple is the ecosystem, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
exactly.
I love the ecosystem,
Mm.
but I'm going to always prefer a Windows computer.
Yeah.
Android has good features. It's very customizable. Apple is only recently starting to become customizable, like the whole UI and shit like that.
Yeah.
But they have premium products. Nobody's going to doubt that.
But
have
shouldn't
nice
they be
AirPods.
innovating more?
What do you mean?
Like, shouldn't
foldable
every
iPhone?
iPhone
You'll never
have,
afford
like-
that shit.
Eh?
They have,
An iPhone that folds.
No,
You'll
I'm not.
never afford
they
that
have
shit.
committed clientele. Like,
Yeah.
The iPhone 17 came out now. Some here in Uganda, you're saying, man, I can't buy that
But
shit.
you know,
It's the
Apple-
same.
But they
Apple-
actually have someone. That's why I said it's a luxury. It's someone else that
Yeah.
it's just their lifestyle.
I have to have
I mean,
iPhone.
the
And they'll
argument
always
is
renew it by reflex.
the
Without even-
argument is there's a time where they're the wealthiest company in the world.
Mm.
They've been overtaken by Nvidia. One of the reasons why they became the wealthiest company in the world is because of the product and not the finances. Their new CEO is focused on pricing the product expensively without innovating.
But you know what's crazy is that people are still going to own the
People are going to still own it, but how
It's not 'cause-
sustainable is it?
It's just not
Talk-
it's not
speak
because
about
the people have the money.
sustainability.
It's because you see when they release a new phone.
Yeah.
Companies like T-Mobile, AT&T, those companies
Yeah.
buy like a specific number of phones. So those guys know
That's just how it is.
it's ashed. I have my money from these guys. So like for you go to them, you'd be like, I need a phone. You go to I'm talking about AT&T now.
Yeah.
You'd be like, bro, I need a phone. Oh, we have the new iPhone what?
Mohenda, what
17.
happens when the customer has, for example, you buy the 17,
Yeah.
and then like if the iPhone 20 is called the iPhone 20, it comes out, and they have the same features with the 17. Will the customer buy the new phone if the phone they have?
They have ways of chasing you off the old one.
Yeah, they have ways of chasing you off the
That's
old one.
software.
Because like think
But then
about
you're chasing out
13,
customers.
you know
right?
you can't
14, 15. Tell me the difference. Okay, yeah.
Type C.
Type C.
Hello.
Thingy battery. I know the dynamic
you know what they
island.
do? Like now on the iPhone X, you can't even download Microsoft Teams.
You can't.
You can't
You can't.
On the iPhone.
on the iPhone X. So now you're already pushing it to the next one. But now
And as a matter of fact, you'll actually go in an Apple store right now and you'll not find anything like X
exactly.
or 11.
Yeah.
Or even 13.
Or even
so
13.
now-
You will not find it. So now you just have to go with the status quo.
But still, it will take some time. But for example, now
It's
they're
3 gens behind.
you feel.
So like 14 maybe is still being produced. But they're also running iPhone.
No,
that
like
shit.
now an iPhone X guy when he finally goes back to the market to buy a phone, he will have to push like a 13. So
Yeah.
they have already pushed him further. Then he reaches the 13, he's like, but I just want to top up, cheat up, and get to the 15. He does that before they have pulled the guy from X to 17 in like.
Mind you, in with just like a million, you know, when I went to one time buy a phone, it was an 11. I gave him, it was too expensive, so it was like 1.5. Then the guy said, just give me 200, can I give you a 12? Can you imagine?
He keeps
He
pushing.
was like, if you're not 11, just give me. I can give you like a Pro Max, an 11 Pro Max, or a 12. Just give me. So that's seductive. That's why I said it's like a luxury. You just come and say, you know what?
That's the thing. It's so easy to upgrade. As long as you're high enough, it's so easy to upgrade.
As a business, like think about it as a business, not as a consumer.
No, they will get a year. They give you guys a lot of innovations.
Yeah. Someone said, actually, it was a question that was raised and then we just didn't get answers. That if at all you're saying that you want to hold your one phone and Apple doesn't produce any throughout, and then like you get the phone and you don't pay anything else, you're just having it for the rest of your life. How will Apple make money?
Apple makes
If
money
that's the
because
case.
of those purchases you pay for Apple.
And Apple is also intelligent. They also like a lot of the apps on their phone are there.
You know, they were saying that they were tired of that paying for music, paying for storage. Now imagine they never used to do any of that. How would Apple make money at the end of the day?
By producing a product.
They'll put that money.
Another phone.
You see that other money you were paying? They'll collect it and put it on the actual product. Like you pay for it at once.
So that will make it very expensive. In that it will not everyone will now be able to afford an iPhone.
Those phones are actually cheap in a way.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
When you've
Not to us,
when you've
though.
got one.
Not to us.
No, even to us.
And apparently the production cost of an iPhone, that was the 16 or the 15.
No,
It's
how
like
much? How much is it to go
$9.
from a 14 to a 15?
It's $9.
9 or 45.
Why is it that
500k?
cheap?
Very well.
14 to a 15.
Why is it that cheap?
I don't know, man. I don't work in phones. I watched a
It's
YouTube
cheap.
video and I was like, oh shit.
But
Is it because they produce it outside the US?
No, I don't
Because
think
they assemble that
they
thing in
still do
California,
that.
but
They have other plants.
most of the work is done outside the US, then they assemble it in California.
Oh.
Like China,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
That's why Donald Trump was getting pissed sometimes.
Some guy was telling me that we used to think that the reason why they do a lot of the stuff in China is because China is cheap, the labor in China is cheap.
Yeah.
And the Apple CEO was saying China is no longer a cheap labor market. The reason why they do that stuff in China is because, bro, the Chinese have trained their people. Like, they have skills.
And they're
So those,
busy.
so you can't assemble people who have the skills to do that, to design the inner parts of the iPhone. In America, the guy was saying you can get 100 in a room. In China, you can get 1 million.
What?
With those special engineering skills.
Well, which everyone is going to come with like a different idea. So in the long run, you're just building an entire beautiful thing.
Yeah. They don't have that shit in America anymore.
did you guys see that thing of 1 in 3 women? Okay, 30% of women dead for food. Yeah. But no, I had the same conversation with someone
They dead
at a
for
meeting.
food.
That's why I was like, hey, this is actually true.
It is.
It is.
First give your submission.
My submissions. I feel like some girls do actually date for food. And I don't mean
They
this going out. I mean actual survival. I know girls at campus that are dating to survive.
I also know guys who are dating to survive.
Yeah, even guys. And the stat I was given earlier by someone, name won't be mentioned because you're a respectable person, was half, 60% actually,
Of
of
a girl?
women
Oh.
date for what? For food. Then I was like, okay, what you mean is 2 in every 3 babes are dating for food. It didn't make sense to me. But the 1 in every 3 babes, I can lucky believe.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Well,
Yeah?
for
Yeah.
me as Jazira, Zengana Kanja, actually, I'm not dating for food. Why? Actually, it's because I know there is Africa food.
Africa food.
Andrew,
That's not expensive.
No, but it's expensive in the long run. So
Really?
3,000 shillings.
listen, I bought food in my first semester before I started cooking. So, Africa, you wake up in the morning, you have lunch, that's 3,000, because me, I used to have 4 meals a day. So sometimes I used to
So
have...
that's why.
Listen.
Well, then they date you for food.
Listen. But there are days where I was broke and I had to have 2 meals a day. And I made a simple calculation. In 10 days, you spent 60,000. That's not sustainable. It's not. It's
10
not
days,
sustainable.
Okay, do you buy your bag of rice and put it at home? It's also expensive to get your electricity, to get your gas, to get your anything.
Yeah, but it's not
But
expensive in the long run.
If that's actually a survival mechanism, I would not blame anyone. This is really
For dating for
university.
food.
This is really uni. And what's the worst that could happen? If it's not now, if you're not dating someone for food right now, where would you date again?
You're dating a guy who's giving you food, but he's clingy.
It's like that 3K he has spent on you for lunch.
I'm telling you, man,
I buy you lunch.
He'll expect to receive like a 3K at 7 p.m. He wants it back.
He wants his 3K back. 12 in the night, are you around?
Are
He
you
makes
around?
you wash his clothes because of the 3K.
And for some reason, even the girl can, in such situations, the girl can also assume that she owes him so much. This boy is buying me lunch.
And you get
3K
Really,
lunch.
I'm so
food
appreciative.
is important. Okay, spending 3K a day.
But that's actually, I feel like that's very normal. I had a
Actually-
friend of mine who told me,
Yeah.
like sometimes, okay, there's this babe he had, and that babe would just worship him whenever he bought her lunch.
How much is the lunch though? I have to know these figures.
It's not like a lot. Could be like, yes, buys are like, African food,
Yeah.
like liver. He has
For that
bought a
day, that's
liver.
like something like 4,500.
It's 6K.
6K now.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys, where are these girls? It's alright with them. I'm sorry. But
I
no.
don't even know. Like, my heart is not paining because that's just a survival mechanism. But then also, how?
You need to survive. Wallah.
I'm a very certain Arola guy was hitting on babes. Even the supermarket guy. Because there's always some babes would come. I've been lining up for Arola. We are sweating. It's hot.
Yeah.
The guy chills us. She has not even ordered. He just gives her. And like, she doesn't pay. She walks.
Hey, but he knows there is pay
Ah,
at 7 p.m.
That stuff hurts us, by the way.
But the men just don't have it easy. It's so sad. One time someone judged me of how, you're at a hostel, you have your girls and your boys, you guys are just friends, and you say, let's go to the bar. You go to the bar, Uber, yeah? You go all in the Uber. And in the long run, he actually said that they got a table and they were seated, and then drinks just started coming in from guys. Those, you know how those men can be in bars.
Yeah.
So they began singing and they said boys shouldn't drink those bottles.
Those
Boys
guys.
should not touch their
Those guys
bottles.
were selfish. Most guys.
Can you
let-
imagine?
Most
Like
guys
the
let-
boys literally just standing and looking at the girls drink because they have gotten drinks from other.
But now, what was the boys' plan when they were going to the bar? No, I'm sorry.
Being a boy is also.
No, I think they had plans to buy themselves drinks.
Then-
But
then
when
buy
you
it.
see free drinks on the table,
Yeah,
bro,
you're not
like,
really open
it
your
doesn't.
wallet.
It doesn't make sense for you to buy. It doesn't make sense.
So now what?
But sometimes we as guys, we know we have shit. I know my friend, she's my home girl. She rejected me as a girl.
So now she's my.
My tight
she's
home
my
girl.
tight G.
That's why they say actually men don't be friends with girls they don't find attractive. But let's proceed.
Yeah, she's my type G. So like, I know, like I invite her. Let's go to the bar. You get?
Yeah.
And then I know, by inviting her, I'm going to get drinks.
Come on, you guys. That's madness.
It's not bad. I've seen it.
But
I've seen it.
you know,
happens.
actually on a table, the girls can be looking so pretty, and then they say, guys, I'll be back. Then she says, I'll be back with drinks. Then she goes and actually comes back.
Actually comes back with drinks.
Hello,
Sometimes.
paid for.
But that's why my boys went out with some babes. Names shall not be disclosed. I took them to Le Boti. They were ordering all sorts of drinks. My boys are like, man, these girls have their money. Time comes to pay. And everyone looks at the guys. My 4 boys. They had to empty their pockets. That night, those girls are drunk.
Those days you first pay before.
No, those days.
At Laboratories, says you pay before.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The
Don't
the
play,
service
don't
is
play,
nasty at Leboti.
But that
We
time.
don't play anymore.
Wait, when did they start paying before though?
We pay.
Man, since I started going there.
Because these guys told us, and they even had pictures. They were like,
Cause like you make your order, then you see her waiting for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
She first brings
Wait,
in.
that
stays
night they
there.
had drunk 1
1
million
million.
worth
Cause-
of drinks.
because this guy, okay, I'm not going to say that guy's names. This guy had spent 200k. He cleared it from his pocket. Another boy, another homeboy of mine, chubby nigga. I think now the picture is being painted.
What the hell?
Pulled out another 400k, and there's another Musama. The Musama added the rest.
By the way, we love Basamas.
Mm.
Like, we love them in the aspect of usually when they come
Yeah.
back, they can come with money that's just
Mm-hmm.
too cheap for them.
Yeah, it can
So
be.
usually they can just get girls into the VIPs just
Yeah.
because, and you know that it's really little money, so
Converting dollars
Hey,
into shillings.
hello?
Just imagine that
Chips.
night. That night pulling out $1 million, bro.
They were like 4 guys.
Four
That's not
guys.
even the worst story.
I know.
That's not
They're
even
like worst stories.
What
People
was?
spend something like, man, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
But Liberty drinks are also overpriced. Now you find that like in actual sense those guys would maybe be paying like 300.
Ja.
But the Uganda oranges are over 120.
This guy has brought it back from last season. So
Yeah.
Hurting you.
Still hurting you.
Still hurting him.
Uganda oranges are 120. And it's ordinary. Liberty is just too
Well,
expensive.
you go when you
You go in, you know, because I'm my
to the
boyfriend.
luxury bars. If you want, you go to the one. This bar place in Moobs. This place. Fundas.
Funda's closed, bro. Actually, we had to talk about Funda's closed.
But I know a boy of mine who is pissed
Right now, I would have an episode on Funda's already.
already.
Funda's closed.
So yeah, if you don't want, you go to Fundas or another Fundas. I feel like there's so many bar shops, like just liquor shops in
Yeah,
Chikoni.
but like you don't get
Yeah.
the
And
same-
you don't get the same
Auntie.
feel.
So that's the thing. If you're ready to pay your 500k for a bottle, 600 a meal, you
Mm.
go. Hello.
But there's my boy from Kenya, yeah? Guy comes back to UG, he's looking at everyone, and guys are like, you know what, come out with us. They even pick him from his home.
Yeah.
Mm.
They pick him from his home, they take him out. He's like, okay, I'm going to fund like half the bill.
Mm.
You guys, I'm sure these guys got it because they were mob guys. They reach their girls also add up.
More drinks.
More drinks. Time to pay comes, and everyone looks at him. You are Musama. They said these things. Man, I'm Musama. You cannot be looking at us like that. You cannot be, you know.
Yeah.
This guy was sleeping meanwhile. He had come with money, but he had not planned to spend all the money.
Yeah.
I spent the whole
Which
all
is
the
why
money.
Mm.
I have something to say.
Of course you do.
Yes. I know. I want to continue. Firstly, my name is Jazira once again, and I would like to engage with you often. I want to grow my page on TikTok. I'm going to give it a very serious username because that's not serious of me, because it's called PSSSTX, something like that. But
That sounds serious.
Yeah, sounds
Peace.
very serious. Oh, that's what.
But that sounds.
No, I thought it was like an
Yeah.
acronym.
no, it actually has no.
No.
But you can actually just type Jazz and then I think my name will come. So yeah, follow me on TikTok. Apps are very serious.
Instagram.
Instagram, I don't use Instagram as much, but my art is jazira.n.
Mm.
X.
X is Jazira Halima, or on LinkedIn, it's still Jazira Nakaja. Yeah. So, yeah.
I want to take these last few minutes to ask you guys, man. You guys, forgive my boy. Forgive Sydney Sweeney, bro. How last movie flopped because of the soap? Why you guys be serious, man?
What
You
movie
guys-
was that?
The movie about like her being like, what is it, like some ignorant girl running around with a
It flopped.
cowboy. Yeah, it flopped.
I don't even know about it yet.
Man, you guys, first relax.
I'm going to use that very point.
Man, Sydney Sweeney is my boy.
I'm
bro.
going to use that very point
Yeah.
to say how much I admire Sydney Sweeney's work
Yes.
in The White Lotus,
Yes.
and
Nah,
not
the
just
first thing-
in The White Lotus
Where she used to make her brother sleep on
and
her
The
beach.
Euphoria.
Yeah, she's perfect. She's actually good.
Yeah.
Let's accept.
Let's just accept. She's perfect.
I know this guy. I know him from way back.
Alright, you guys, please follow us on our pages. That's on
Man, before we go, come on guys, tell us in the comments.
Mhm.
Is Avatar the Last Airbender an animation or anime?
Well, there are that, also Arcane, and because we were quarreling about this
Arcane
recently.
is animation.
Arcane is animation. You're the
Yeah,
one who was
it's
saying it was anime.
No, I said
You said
Avatar,
anime.
I said Avatar the Last Airbender
Arcane.
is anime.
It's Chinese. It's not anime.
But it's anime. Anime isn't just
Um,
Japanese.
You guys are going to argue over it.
Arcane.
The end.
What else? We talked about
The end on time.
Invincible.
Invincible is anime.
It's animation.
Anime.
We shall write
bro.
a list.
I don't know what
put
the
on
difference
iceberg.
all that is, but I would like to use the last minute to actually talk about climate, to save the climate. Once again, climate change is real, it's visible, there's a lot of global warming, there's a lot of things that we can do towards this, and that starts with you. How is not just planting a tree, but just creating a lot of awareness and seeing that these things can actually be taught to not only in class but also outside. You don't have to plant a tree, you just have to create awareness, you just have to properly dispose of your waste, your plastics. Yeah.
You guys,
Thank you so much.
You guys know Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You know our boy Charlie Kirk had a podcast where he was saying one of the reasons she was fighting against climate
Of course he
change is
did.
because she's mentally ill.
That guy has a problem.
Also, may his soul
That
rest
guy
in
was
peace.
crazy. Guy was like, do you know this kid is mentally ill? This guy don't tell you. This left-wing guy don't tell you.
Also, you guys, the Demon Slayer movie is going to be in cinema by the time this thing comes out, so you guys can watch it. Thank you so much. We love you all.
Man, why are you concluding if I come? Let me conclude this one. Let me conclude this one. Anyways, guys, man, please subscribe.
Oh no.
Subscribe. Subscribe. Please subscribe.
Subscribe, like, comment, share.
Share. Share.
Share.
Share. Share, man.
And if any of my friends watch this, shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
I don't think everyone reached the end, but yeah, we don't condone rape. Climate change is real, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys next time.
Bye.